exactly.
Thank you, thank you.
It's a good choice, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Ja, bedoel ik. Ik heb gewoon een hart gemaakt. Zo, bitte. Not very clear where she's gonna speak, huh? Front of the building.
The most important lesson of Jews is always bring the sandwich.
Yeah.
Is it true, huh?
Yeah. And little bonus. That's for the colleagues. Did you bring a sandwich?
No.
You were busy interviewing Sarah Duterte. There you go.
Thank you.
They were some of these people, yeah. There were about 40, 50. But some of them went real. Yeah, and I knew she was coming out on
Sarah gaat het.
Ah, ja, maar ik ga voorstellen dat we naar daar gaan.
He said, I don't know, I can cross security. I say, okay, can you ask him the other side? In about 15, 20 minutes, I don't know, maybe I'll ask him the other side. It was just like a discussion. I've been in the army, and you know the thing. I said, okay, whatever. So I suggest this when you see me, then you will just move there, make it reasonable.
She might still come and bring her down.
I got a contact with this the VP. They're hoping she's coming. They don't know. They're hoping she's going to come and talk to Sarah.
Is this
To be supported. I did a quick interview this morning. As I arrived, I was talking to the Philippine President. So you covered the Philippine President. So she gave me a comment. So she was leaving. And as she was leaving, I said, okay.
For us, if we have just I think it's better to land
in front. I think so.
So then we will go there, and then when we stop her, she comes out, she will then because if you are here, someone will be there, someone will be here.
But she's going to come. She's going to do it here because she wants these guys. She's playing to this.
I know. So just do it like once she comes out.
Yeah, we should do it in front of the gate. In front of the
No, I think we should put hands just to come. So it will take another 40 minutes maximum. Maybe less.
I think we just got a message from Richard saying that he's not showing you for so that's what Richard sent us. The message.
Can you see with the monastery?
No, yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's 50 minutes still.
Yeah, that's not 50.
Saying that you make.
she's not a child. You know what I mean?
His lawyer. Okay. First hearing. Okay.
The mic is in the court, but he cannot text.
Hey, I don't know if you can show this text from the side, so it doesn't look like a show.
We saw him this week in life. We didn't see him closely. We didn't see him mention it. It's always a car or a bus or something. Maybe he's dead. Ja, maar dit is wel groot. Dit en dit. En je neemt
zo of
die kan wel gaan mogen, dat je ook heel straks. veel wachten, hè. Een beetje gerust, zo'n 4 uur 30 in de auto. En dan zijn we om 7 uur 50. Oké? In Brussel bedoel ik dan, hè?
Ja. Een fijne winkel voor avond.
Ah ja, het zal niet zijn, maar ja.
Ja, op vrijdag staat de boot al om 9.
Ah, ja. 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 Kijk, daar hangt een drone in de lucht. Dat zal wel van de politie of van de beveiliging zijn. Ja. Ik ben gisteren naar 2 uur gaan filmen met de drone. Wat bedoel je? Ja, maar... Nee, ja, dat zal wel... Toen al een jaar of 2 rond. Ja, dat was leuk. Maar je moet er een goede reden voor hebben, hè? Je moet er meerwaarde zijn. Bij de meeste verhalen 1 of 2 drones. Maar als je echt ziet, bijvoorbeeld van de Europese instellingen, die 15 zelfs gemaakt hebben, dan denk ik dat dat wel gebruikt. Ja, hoeveel zouden er zijn? 50?
Ja, het is wel.
100?
Ja, 100.
online. Ja.
Department yan namin sorry.
We have to go there. Security allow us to go this way, or do you have to go on the way?
But only have to make sure that you can
Yeah. But you will have to come in her eyes the person.
this would be your here, right? Then let's line up here, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's force them. Yeah, you line up here and that will be good. And they will be
Okay, so you're saying so let's just speak over there.
no, we will move here. We move here.
Yeah, like that, yeah. Okay, sure.
So what you want to do? Get it
Kan
come
jij
up against the fence?
de micro eens nemen?
You want the plan to get it come up against the fence? Yeah, let's do it.
En de micro mag hier tegen het hek. Wij houden wacht, het is goed blijf maar. So we're gonna just do this.
Come
Okay?
here.
Yeah, wait. Okay. Just
Skip there.
I'm live, so I have to be smooth. I have to be smooth.
De live set?
Ja, als je wil. Let op, hè. Je moet hem dicht doen, hè. Ja. Just a second.
sorry, I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
Sorry, sir.
Dus als je komt, mag jij ofwel van daar, ofwel van het midden hier, de micro hier onder. Ik denk dat van daar het gemakkelijkst zal zijn. Nou, we gaan proberen haar daar te zetten, ja?
Oké, top. Maar gewoon voor de advocaat voor.
Ik stel voor dat je hem gaat zoeken
Ja.
en dat je hem naar hier haalt.
En dat is binnen een half uur zoiets. We gaan toch niet moeten lopen.
Wat ik nu niet zo goed zie is sorry. So she's walking from that way. How are you gonna make her go behind the fence?
She will come here. Don't worry. This guy, she will get to here and then it is you go direct to there.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the boss. No, you see 4-5 cameras, see AP, Reuters. Where's your Reuters microphone? This is the camera.
A living microphone.
No, but this is the Reuters logo.
Are you expecting?
No, we don't have a clean one. They always dirty.
Yeah,
So
You have still white. You have still this white.
I prefer not to use it if it's dirty. And also, you know, if my mic is a bit in the screen, at least it's a neutral mic.
But set of camera like you. Okay, you know each other. We just met. Okay, so this is my colleague, I told you, right? Do you have a headphone? It's okay, it's okay. I have it. Oh, you just connect. Oh, it's already connected. It's older.
Ready for his daughter's round?
It's a microphone, right? Wat? 3 soundbites? Echt? Dus iemand die houdt van soundbites, de producer. Ja. Dat is iemand uit Turkije, uit Istanbul. Ali.
komt wel weer op
Ja,
hetzelfde.
hij had al goed geoefend.
Yeah, they're real time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry? Yeah, sure. I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Gaan we eens kijken. Blijven de camera, oké?
No, exactly. Yeah, I like it. Because I use it for running. And I like it. Yeah, you can.
Dat zou wel lukken, maar we moeten iemand hebben die haar gaat halen. You can be next to me if you want, huh? You can be next to me too if you want. I mean there.
It's fine, this angle is fine.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite nice, it goes in between.
Okay.
Between you guys.
Perfect. The only thing I have is that we'll need somebody to get there.
Yeah, I've got this contact. She's the one that told me to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask her to come to us. I'll tell her the cameras are set up. I'll ask her to come to the cameras.
The camera
Yeah. So she says to me, yes, you need the supporters, so these guys.
Okay.
Right up in the field.
Okay.
Can you just tell her that she line up behind her?
So I'll tell her all the big three international classes are all set up ready to take the stage.
Listen, I'm not so sure your position is really good.
No,
You know, if I was you, I would try to get a squeeze between us, you know?
If you don't mind.
Because we will put microphone and we'll get in a problem.
If you guys don't mind, I will do that.
I don't mind. Let's do it.
Okay. Look. All right.
I'm okay here?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
You will move back.
Okay, so the hearing has only started now.
Yeah, exactly. It's 30 minutes behind, apparently.
I will ask Khan also to move back. We will move back. Just move back so that she also. Of course, is it possible? And if you have a problem with the boom, I can move and forth. Thank you. No, it's not a problem. Really. I appreciate it. I can.
Brilliant. Thank you, guys.
She has 7 minutes. Only exactly. You can get it. Yeah, like this. Yeah, that's perfect. Happy world. Yeah. There we go. You can get
Okay.
As long as my feet aren't screwing with you, let me know.
Yeah?
Okay, you good?
We're all good,
We're
yeah?
all good, I'm good. Very good, thanks, guys.
2,5 uur vertraging, hè? Heb je het gelezen?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maar het is net iets te koud om lang buiten te staan.
Heel hard verleden, live filmen. Dat is er wel echt.
Niet dat Clement heeft deze goed Clement gehad. Clement die heeft een stukje naar terug gekomen met zijn mooie lederen schoenen. En toen moest hij zeker aan het Pascalet. Soms steeds verneukt in het water daar. En sindsdien komt hij altijd. Ik heb 5 jaar in de rug. Hij heeft 5 jaar lang de boeken aan de rug. Elke dag in het midden van de zomer van die zware boeken. En ik riskeer het niet meer.
Die is maar nog gelukt. Want de camera's zijn er niet eens.
Nee, ik heb wel regen.
Ah, okay, so Duterte is 25 video, it's not in court.
Ga je haar gezicht herkennen?
Ja.
Dus het zou goed zijn, gewoon een blik erop staat. En daar vanaf dat je haar ziet, je zeker ervoor zorgt. En hij zegt van, we staan daar, want hij zegt wel dat zijn collega's gaan doen, maar ik vertrouw hem niet zo. Dus hij zegt, normaal dat ik erna ben niet. Ja, dan kun je dat zo brengen. Dan kan ze daar praten. Ik ben niet helemaal fan van dat hek. Maar,
Oh, so how have things been anyway? Good? Okay.
yeah, a bit suffering from the cold now.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
I think last time we saw each other was for the people coming from Israel.
That's it. Yeah, the hostages. That was true. Yeah.
Hostages? No. The people being evacuated.
The evacuees.
Yeah.
I saw most of last year. I do both stills and video. So 23. For some reason, I was on video all the time. 2024, all the time on stills. And now back in video.
Yeah. Okay.
They changed the system.
Okay. Where do you live in the Netherlands?
Amsterdam.
Okay. You must be one of the only ones.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I'm technically I'm the Amsterdam stringer, and we were trying to sort of do a dual role with stills and pictures because quite often I have to bring up photographers from Brussels, like Nicholas here today, but for some reason we decided not going to do that with the old system, so I'm back to it.
Who is the head photographer now for you?
Nicholas. Yeah, Kenzo's gone, so...
Yeah, a long time ago?
Last summer. He's now scheduled to be in court at GMT, so in 12 minutes.
Every fucking photographer. I say one is
Bloody cold, isn't it? Doon na lang.
Go!
Take whatever you want.
I'm washing my hands and the lens fell off the camera. The cleaner came up, picked up the lens and gave it to me. I was staying in Germany. That fell off. I had it on the leg, slipped. Yeah. Policeman gave it to me.
I mean, it's really funny when you talk about it, but it's really exactly.
The camera took a big right off that lens, snapped it right off. And the insurance had to repair. The only damage on the concrete floor. If it was a new one, the plastic one, it would have taken the
Yes. And this is one of the places very nice. Mapawakon dito. Guys, membro ko na kayo sa ano guys. Mine reporter. Mine reporter. Madam, dito na tawag ko. Sila mga
Duterte est maintenant ouverte. Je souhaite la...
Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone inside and outside of the courtroom. Now, before we start with today's initial appearance, I would like to remind you that the Chamber has authorized video recordings and the taking of photographs. Please go ahead.
Je vous remercie. Vous avez une...
Thank you. You have 1 minute to take photographs and record videos.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. Court officer, could you please call the case? Thank you, Madam President. Your Honours. The situation in the Republic of the Philippines case, the prosecutor versus Mr. Rodrigo Duterte, case number ICC 0121 0125. And we are in open session.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. I will now ask the parties to introduce themselves, starting with the Office of the Prosecutor. Please pause before speaking and speak slowly to allow the interpreters to interpret appropriately. May I ask you to introduce yourself and to confirm whether the list of your staff that I received prior to the hearing is correct, Mr. Prosecutor?
Your Honours, good morning. The list is correct. Once again, Deputy Prosecutor Manjay Niang to my left, Trial Lawyer Edward Jeremy behind us, Trial Lawyer Robin Croft, International Cooperation Advisor Chantel Daniels, and our very able case manager Grace Go. I'm Karim Khan, the prosecutor.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. I now turn to the counsel for the defence of Mr. Duterte. As everyone can see, Mr. Duterte is present and is attending the hearing via video link. As Mr. Duterte made a long journey involving a considerable time difference, the chamber authorised Mr. Duterte to follow the hearing at a distance. His counsel, however, is present with us in the courtroom. Thank you, counsel. Please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. I am Salvador C. Medjaldea, counsel for Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, counsel. I will now introduce the chamber. By my side, we have the Judge Rain Adelaide Sophie Alapini Gansu, the Vice President of the Court, and Judge Maria del Socorres Flores Liera. I am the presiding judge of the pretrial chamber 1 of the court, and my name is Julia Antonella Motok. Now, I would like to speak to you, Mr. Duterte. I'm speaking French, but you are receiving interpretation of what I'm saying in English. I understand that you are at ease in the English language and that the interview yesterday at the detention centre was conducted in English and that you did not deem it necessary to request interpretation into any other language during this interview. This said, I would like firstly to confirm your identity. Could you provide us with your full names, please?
I am Rodrigo Roa Duterte. That's my first middle name is Roa. The surname is Duterte.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. What is your date of birth?
Again, ma'am.
Can we request that the question be repeated? I don't think he heard it. Thank you.
Repetition from the English booth. What is your date of birth? Yes, thank you very much, counsel. I was asking quite simply of Mr. Duterte what his full names were, and then I subsequently asked him what his date of birth was and what his place of birth is. Is that all right, counsel?
Yes, of course I did. My birth month and year day is March 28, 1945. I was born in the province of Leyte in the Philippines.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. As a preliminary point, Very well. Thank you, Mr. Duterte. As a preliminary point, it is useful to clarify the nature and limited scope of this first appearance hearing. Today's hearing is neither the start of the trial, nor is it a confirmation of charges hearing. During today's hearing, no evidence will be collected or presented, and the issues of Mr. Duterte's guilt or innocence will therefore not be addressed. In accordance with Article 61 of the Rome Statute, the Court's founding treaty, and Rule 1211 of the Rules of Procedure and Evidence, the main purpose of this initial appearance is to answer 3 questions. Firstly, the Chamber must ensure that the person who was the subject of the arrest warrant has been informed of the crimes of which he is accused. Second, the Chamber must ensure that this person has been informed of his rights as recognised by the Rome Statute. Third, the Chamber must set a date on which it intends to hold a confirmation of charges hearing. The Chamber notes that your counsel, Mr. Duterte, filed 2 motions, one in relation with today's hearing, and you may be aware that these 2 motions have not been accepted by the Chamber because of the nature of today's hearing. No further discussion on the matter is necessary during this hearing because, as I said at an earlier stage, the aim of this hearing today is to introduce the parties and to ascertain the charges and to set a date for the confirmation of charges hearing at a later stage. With regard to the first point, I recall that Mr. Duterte has received a copy of the warrant for his arrest and that a redacted version of the prosecutor's application for the issuance of the warrant of arrest is public. I will now ask the court officer to read the charges against him. The charges will be read in English. Please, over to you, Madam Courtroom Officer. Thank you, Madam President. Your honours.
On 7 March 2025, Pre-Trial Chamber 1 concluded that there were reasonable grounds to believe that Mr. Duterte is criminally responsible pursuant to Article 25(3)(a) of the Rome Statute as an alleged indirect co-perpetrator for the crime against humanity of murder pursuant to Article 7(1)(a) of the statute as follows. A. Murder of at least 19 persons, allegedly drug pushers or thieves, killed by members of the Davao Death Squad in various locations in or around Davao City, Philippines between 2011 and 2016. B. Murder of at least 24 persons, allegedly criminals, such as drug pushers or thieves or drug users, killed by or under the supervision of members of the Philippines law enforcement, sometimes with the assistance of persons who were not part of the police, at various locations in the Philippines between 2016 and 2019.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la...
Thank you, Madam Courtroom Officer. Mr. Duterte, I'm not going to ask you to stand up because I know your condition, so I'm going to allow you to remain seated. You have just heard the reading of the charges, which are in accordance with the content of the arrest warrant you received. This means that you have been informed of the crimes of which you are accused. And this concludes the examination of the first point mentioned above. I will now turn to the second point, which concerns your rights as a suspect before this court. I will summarize some of these rights, which are of particular importance at this stage of the proceedings. Those rights are as follows. You can benefit from the assistance free of charge of a competent interpreter and benefit from the necessary translations to meet the requirements of fairness. You have the right to have the time and facilities necessary to prepare your defense and to communicate freely and confidentially with the counsel of your choice. You have the right to remain silent, and you cannot be forced to testify against yourself or to confess guilt. You can also make statements in your defense without taking an oath. In addition to any other disclosure provided for in the statute, the prosecutor must disclose to you, as soon as practicable, evidence in his possession or at his disposal that shows or tends to show your innocence or to mitigate your guilt, or that could undermine the credibility of the evidence against you. At the confirmation of charges hearing, you can contest the charges, challenge the evidence presented by the prosecutor, and present evidence. There will be no trial if the charges are not confirmed or if the proceedings against you are completed. You have the possibility to make an application for interim release pending trial. And finally, Mr. Duterte, you have the right to be informed as soon as possible and in detail of the nature, cause, and content of the charges in the language that you fully understand and speak. Counsel, have you understood?
We're listening, ma'am. We're listening, and before it ends, may we be allowed to present a manifestation on the circumstances behind the delivery of Mr. Duterte in this chamber.
Oui, Maître, je dois d'abord demander...
Yes, counsel. This is as part of the procedure, and as we've said since the very outset, I need to ask Mr. Duterte himself to make observations as to the condition of his surrender to the court and the conditions of his detention at the detention facility of the court since his arrival. If he can please tell us these details.
Thank you. Can I...
Oui, Maître. Oui.
The presiding judge. Yes, counsel.
Please. 2 days ago, the whole world has witnessed the degrading fashion in which a former president of a sovereign country was bundled into a private aircraft and summarily transported to The Hague. To us lawyers, this would be called an extrajudicial rendition. To the less legally inclined, it was a pure and simple kidnapping. My client was denied all access to the legal recourse in the country of his citizenship, and this all in the nature of political score settling. Two troubled entities struck an unlikely alliance, an incumbent president who wished to neutralize and choke the legacy of my client and his daughter on the other hand, and a troubled legal institution subject to delegitimization and desperate for a price cuts and a legal show today on the other hand. With this in mind, it is not surprising that my client was abducted from his country. ICC private jets do not drop out of the thin air. That jet which received my client was coordinated in advance. The UAE is not a state
party to the ICC and has no obligation to cooperate with the court. Yet my client sat in transit in that country for more than 5 hours. I invite the registry's representative to present today in court to explain to the judges exactly how they believe this transfer was anything other than a gross abuse of process. Given the precipitous arrival of my client, an elderly man with debilitating medical issues, hard of hearing and poor of sight, he was taken to a hospital for observation. Only this morning have I met him for the first time with less than an hour to discuss legal issues. I have not been able to present him with a hard copy of the arrest warrant because we were not supplied with such. I have not even been able to explain to him what the prosecution requested when seeking the issuance of the arrest warrant. This is because the chamber only established a redacted version of the prosecution request last night. Other than to identify himself, my client is not able to contribute anything to this hearing. Most importantly, he is not able even to tell you that he has been informed of the charges as contained in the arrest warrant for a reason more pertinent to which I alluded in my written request to this honorable pretrial chamber this morning, and which is confidential in nature. Accordingly, I repeat my respectful request, which was rejected this morning, to postpone the substantive aspect of this hearing to the next week, when I will have the opportunity to sit with my client and to explain to him what a confirmation hearing is and what the disclosure is, and how the prosecution alleges that he committed crimes. I thank the court for its attention and regret to say that I do not have instructions to continue my submission any further today. Thank you.
D'abord, concernant...
Thank you, counsel. Now, with regard to the health issues of Mr. Duterte, I believe that the court has taken specific measures with regard to his health situation, and I note that subsequent to his arrest and when he arrived at the detention center, the court's doctor was of the opinion that you were fully mentally aware and fit, and that you have undergone further checks and tests at the detention facility. And when you broached health matters, that's saying that you were not able to come to the hearing, the doctors who consulted with you were of the opinion that Mr. Duterte was not in a position to come to the hearing physically, but that if he gave a written permission, he would be able to take part via video link. Now, that is with regard to the health matters that you just mentioned. They are very important, especially concerning the matter of age. Now, with regard to the rights of Mr. Duterte, we have before us the registrar's or the registry's report that says that Mr. Duterte has been informed of his rights, including Articles 66 and 67 of the Rome Statute, and that that he is aware of his rights and that he is also aware of the charges against him. We have before us the report of the registry saying that he was also aware of the warrant of arrest in the English language and that he is very well versed in the English language. Once again, you have the possibility of these charges being read in English, which was the case today. I have read to you in the French language the rights that he has, Mr. Duterte, before this court, and I'd like to specify once again that this is an initial hearing. in order for Mr. Duterte to be aware of his rights and the charges against him. And then there will be a full procedure that will unfurl leading up to the confirmation of charges that will enable Mr. Duterte to raise all the matters that you have just raised with regard to the warrant of arrest, with regard to the crimes committed, with regards to the charges, and any other matters associated with his arrest, and the matters of jurisdiction of the court. You have the opportunity to do this throughout these proceedings leading up to the actual confirmation of charges hearing. Now, counsel, with regard to your request for another hearing to be held next week, well, your initial request, that was, this was not accepted by the court. Now, you have seen the two decisions of the court that have been disclosed to you, and you are aware of the fact that these two decisions were refused. And this is by dint of the fact that this first initial appearance hearing does not need much preparation, as I have said to you on a number of occasions. I am now going to move on to the third stage, which is to set the date for the confirmation of charges hearing. After assessing all factors, including the need for the parties and participants to adequately prepare, as well as Mr. Duterte's rights, including his right to be tried within a reasonable time, the date for the commencement of the confirmation of charges hearing is September the 23rd, 2025. I would add that in accordance with Rule 1217 of the Rules of Procedure and Evidence, this date may be postponed by the Chamber depending on the progress of the proceedings, either on its own motion or at the request of the prosecutor or the defence. Before concluding this hearing, I would like to inform the parties of the next procedural steps. First, I would like to recall that in accordance with Rule 1212B of the Rules of Procedure and Evidence, the Chamber holds status conferences to ensure a small exchange of information under satisfactory conditions. These conferences are organised either ex officio or at the request of the prosecutor or the defence. Secondly, a set of decisions will be taken in a timely manner to ensure that the proceedings progress smoothly and expeditiously. More specifically, I am referring in particular to a decision on the arrangements and procedure for the disclosure of evidence, and a decision setting a timetable for the disclosure of evidence in such a way as to ensure orderly and efficient disclosure between the parties. In this regard, the Chamber orders the prosecutor to begin disclosing today the information on the basis of which the warrant of arrest was issued, and to complete this disclosure no later than within the next 7 days. The Chamber will also issue a decision on the participation of the victims who, according to the statute of the court and to the extent permitted by the Chamber, are authorised to present their views and concerns at this stage of the proceedings. We have come to the end of Mr. Duterte's first appearance hearing. I would like to thank all the participants in this hearing, the interpreters and the stenographers. This concludes today's hearing.
Thanks, man. It's just ANDRES. Andres.
Andres. And you read it? A.D. Gilbert Andres. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Let me just take a picture of that. Brilliant. Thanks. Andrew, thanks. Sounded much more complicated than that when you said, didn't it? Yeah, Gilbert
Andres. As in Ursula Andres would be different. So he's a prosecution lawyer, yeah?
So he represented the victim.
So he's prosecution.
Well, I don't know. He's the court. That's the court. That's the prosecutors can't. So he is
Okay, he's there, guys.
Okay, yeah.
Going towards the road.
Damn it.
She's gone the other
Well,
way.
I think our colleagues will make
bring
sure
it.
she bring her.
It's a live view on your back, yeah?
A few nuts, a few nuts. Yeah?
Sie sind ein Auto. Wir sind das Auto.
Did I drop your phone? No. I dropped somebody's phone.
It's okay. Oh my god, okay, so
So she said something or nothing at all?
no, she said nothing, she went back, then I ran to her, and then she was saying to people, like, no, I have to go, I have to do something important, and I said, but there are journalists there, and then she said, I will come back. But,
Okay. That was Lady Gaga? C'était qui là?
c'était Duterte, sa fille. Oui, oui.
Elle a parlé?
Non, elle a couru comme ça, tout le monde a commencé à bouger, j'ai couru et elle a juste pris un bouquet de fleurs et puis elle est partie. Elle est rentrée dans la voiture, les portes se sont fermées et son security a juste dit...
Ok.
Hi. Looks like the plan didn't go as planned.
So she just came out and she walked towards the car and she left. No. So Tiffany was waiting for her and she said, I will come back later, but I don't know when, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Yeah. So we just have a shot of her leaving in the car. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so shall I call London to say it's over? Yeah, okay, we'll do. Yeah. Goed gedaan. Ja, maar ik wat dacht ik niet meer zeggen, gewoon met de...
Ja.
Hier is de microfoon.
Ja, maar eerst nog de geschiedenis.
Ja. Dat gebeurt vaak. Dit was een goede reflex, dat is een goede reflex. En de kans is groot dat zij het echt was, hè?
Ja, dat is hè, want ze heeft... ja, ik
volgende
heb
keer, hè, gaan we gewoon nu staan, dan hebben we tenminste als de wet.
Want het is zo langs die kant gegaan.
Ja, ik zat het.
Ja. Maar nee, het was zij. Daar ben ik 1000% zeker van.
Goed.
Maar ja.
Hi there. This is Bart speaking from Brussels. Can you hear me? Well, we just had to run to have a glimpse of Sara Duterte, the Vice President of the Philippines. Oh.
All the media must come here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that was the last thing for today.
No, not yet. Because Sarah will come here.
Yeah.
Apparently she's coming back, so it's not over yet. Yeah. So, yeah, but we don't know when. That's a far one.
Dat was de man waarmee ze stond.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, bye. Dat is de man van wie ze was? Waar komt die
dat was een man, haar spokesperson, die tegen ons had gezegd, niet nu. Ja.
Media, give place to the media. Give place to the media.
Get out dyan.
Dito. The facing with the court of background.
Okay. We agree. Okay. So we're gonna turn a bit like this, yeah?
Pagkakatiwala ng telepono at ako magla-live.
Dito sir, makapagtiwala ka.
Ja, dat mag, ja. Maar het is nog even wachten, net als hier is.
Huwag kang lalayo, ha?
Sir, could you move a bit, please? Could you move a bit to the right because we are squeezing somebody here in a wheelchair. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone here, wait, let's give way to the media, please. Let's give way to the media. Give way to the media. Give way to the media. Position yourselves here, please. Position yourselves. Position yourselves. Okay. Well, good afternoon. Thank you. No, as we speak, the Vice President Sara Duterte is going to meet for the first time her father. She has not had the occasion, and neither have I had the occasion to meet with the President. Only Executive Secretary Medeldea, who accompanied him on the plane here, has had the opportunity to meet him this morning for less than an hour. I'm a bit disappointed at the practices of the ICC that has delayed the visit of a family member to an accused. We look up to the ICC as a model for international justice, and the fact that it has taken 2 days for a family member to see the accused, I think does not speak well of the practices of the court. We condemn it. Why does it take 2 days for a family member to visit an accused? That's unacceptable.
Yes.
Secondly, we are very much disappointed that the court did not address the issue of kidnapping as a means to divest the court of jurisdiction. We think that the ICC should again set an example in promoting international justice, and when kidnapping is allowed as a means of acquiring jurisdiction over the jurisdiction of the accused, we think this too is a travesty of justice. We believe that at the earliest instance, the court should rule on the legality of kidnapping as a means of acquiring jurisdiction, and we cite the case of Ibrahim versus Minister, a decision of the Constitutional Court of South Africa, that the illegality of the arrest should divest courts of its jurisdiction. You cannot correct a wrong by committing another wrong. I think it is high time that the court clarify its position on this matter. It is unacceptable that we accept accept jurisdiction acquired through kidnapping, especially when the kidnapping took place in the context of the Philippines, where the court is now being used as a tool of oppression by the Marcos government. Now, the next hearing is on September 21, but before that, we would raise the issue of jurisdiction even on an earlier date, because we believe that the issue of jurisdiction, both on the implications of kidnapping as a means of divesting the court's jurisdiction and whether or not the court has jurisdiction, despite the fact that preliminary examination was commenced 2 years after we had already withdrawn from our membership in the court, whether or not the court still has jurisdiction. We believe that confirmation of charges is relevant, particularly on the elements of the crime, but we would want that the issue of jurisdiction be ruled upon at an earlier date. Because as we know, if the court has no jurisdiction, pointless to proceed to confirmation of charges. Now, again, as I said, it's only the first time that the Vice President is able to meet with the father. They are meeting now. And we are hoping that this afternoon too, the President will sign our appearance as counsel together with Nicholas Kaufman and VP Inday Sara too, no? Be recognized also as counsel for her father. No? And we hope that with the recognition that we have representation of the President, we would then have more access to the President than we had for the past 48 hours. But I reiterate, this is unheard of, even in a country like the Philippines, where family members, a family member, a daughter no less, was not allowed access to her father. This is a very sad day for international justice. Very sad day. Okay, so I am Herminio Harry L. Roque Jr. I'm a member of the List Council of the Court. I was former spokesperson also for the former President Rodrigo Duterte. Now, the Vice President is coming back. Yes. I do not know what time, because I said the priority is for you to meet with your father. Yes. Okay? So she has committed to return. I do not know until what time visiting hours are, but she said she will aim to be here again at 5 o'clock. Okay. So,
yeah, we will wait.
Yeah, so I decided in fact to separate from her, because she could not actually in conscience leave you out here in the cold, not knowing what to expect. No? So as you saw, she made me stay behind, so I can express our gratitude to all those expressing their support to the President. Siyempre po, no, nakita nyo naman na talagang may edad na ang Presidente ngayon at mukhang mahina na. No? Ang ninanais namin, madesisyon na na-issue ng jurisdiction sa malalim